Hi, I hope you're doing really well. So this is a video about what is blocking you right now. So we're going to have a look at what is blocking you, where the healing needs to be, and what the outcome is going to be. So let's find out first of all, what is blocking you right now. We will use the runes and the tarot cards to go through this too. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. Let me see. Okay, so the block is in generosity. So there may be a block for you in either giving or receiving. Maybe you feel you're giving too much, or maybe you feel you're receiving too much and you don't have the ability to give back. For some of you, you might be in a situation where you feel someone is trying to buy your love, maybe, or they're doing nice things for you, but you're like, I don't really want you to have an expectation on me. Or maybe you are giving in order because you have some kind of expectation on somebody else or something else. Okay, so it's the block here is about how much are you not really saying to yourself about the reasons why you've got this block on giving and receiving, or in generosity in general. Okay, so what is the healing that needs to happen on this? Where's the healing for you? In magic, moonlight. We do have the full moon coming up on the 12th of February. So I feel for you that a lot of what's happening here is based around you believing in your own magic, is believing in yourself. For some of you, I do feel that people they see an air of mystery with you, or they see something very different about you, but special in a good way, not in a bad way. And for some of you, I feel like the healing is in you just really embracing the person that you are and the way that you are, you know, just not trying to be like anybody else or like anything else. Just be yourself. Just completely be yourself. And in this full moon, that could be an energy for you of releasing this idea that you feel you have to become for other people's benefit. Now, what is the outcome on this? Happiness, okay? Happiness. So I'm going to get into the runes and the tarot cards for you to see how can we move this block. So we've just said, you know, this is about you really embracing yourself, who you are. There is a need for a change of direction with this. So I do really have this feeling of somebody giving way too much of themselves or being too available in a particular situation. And that is what's creating this imbalance for you. This is what's making you feel a bit blocked. Tiwaz is a relevant rune here in order for you to commit to yourself, commit to something that means something to you. You don't have to be here for everybody else all the time, okay? Focusing on yourself actually will bring out a better outcome in your relationships, your friendships, even your workspace, okay? Sorry, I have a house full of kids at the moment. And Haglaz is here to say that when you do that, you're going to see such a sudden change. And actually what it is that you are wanting, what it is that you've been working so hard on, when you actually finally step back and just start doing for you more, rather than feeling like you've got to keep getting someone else's attention or do for other people, that's when the magic happens. And that is when things will change. You will start to see that change. So let's get the cards to see how is this change going to be presented to you. Sorry about that. The children came in. They're absolutely fine though, by the way. So let me see. Where are we with this? So what do you need to know about this sudden change? Okay. So I feel like you are the kind of person, there's a lot of magic that comes through on this. I feel like you're very intuitive. You're very in touch with that intuitive seer kind of energy. So you do sense things, know things. You have these feelings around certain people or certain situations. And there's this element of you have been kind of blocking that, that warning, if you like. You've been blocking something that's been warning you. And instead you've just been kind of going into the dragon's lair almost. And you keep putting yourself in this position where it's either highly competitive, or you feel like you're in some kind of competition and that you have to look the shiniest or the best. And this is kind of telling you, like, stop ignoring your intuition. You're being guided to do something for you. Step away from the competition. You don't need to put yourself in that position. And what's going to happen here is if you just, you know, take yourself out of the equation where competition is there, then you're actually going to be placing yourself in much more of a stable environment. And for some of you, I actually feel that you could be taking yourself out of something that's been quite distracting in your life and moving your energy more into your work or things that you do to create wealth, to create money. This is what you're being guided to do. This is your advice, is to move into something calmer, because you can't keep staying there in this environment where you just feel like you're constantly in some kind of competition. It's not good for your self-worth. It's not making you feel good about yourself. And this happiness that's coming up on there, this bluebird spirit, is talking about so many opportunities for you. And for some of you, this is to do with travel. I mean, that might be around the country. It might not be like, you know, going abroad, jetting off to fancy countries and things. But it's definitely you broadening your horizons and expanding the things that you are doing and where you're going with this. This could actually be the making of you if you start following your intuition, if you start recognizing your ability to listen to yourself, listen to the feelings that you get, and move forward. Okay, what else do we have for you? What about T-Was? So let's see what the energy is here on your commitment to yourself. What do you need to commit to at this time? Okay, so the Knight of Wands is all about things that you're passionate about, following the beat of your own drum. For some of you, this may be stepping outside of the box. You may be worried about what other people are going to think of you. We've got the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck there. So you may be worried about what people are saying behind your back about what you're doing or who you are or who you think you are. Well, the fact is, you know who you are deep down. And it's time that you started to express that and be more enthusiastic about the journey forward, the way that you want to go with things. So your outcome through the rune, through the cards, let me see. Couldn't speak then, could I? Oh, okay. So for some of you, you need to put some kind of plan together. And I feel like someone has been manipulating you in your energy. They're getting a lot out of your availability right now. So this is a plan for you to stop being so available. I know it's going to be difficult. I know you're going to want to, because that's the kind of person that you are. You like to help people. You like to be there for people. But you're finding that this is actually draining you, or it's taking your time and attention away from the things that you really want to be doing. So it's time to start being less available. And actually, that's going to bring forward the desired outcome that you're looking for. Because at the moment, the way that you're going about things, you think you're doing the right thing to bring about what you want, but actually it's pushing it further and further away, making you more and more frustrated and feeling like all is lost. But this is bringing in a transformation to something that's very important to you, that you're very passionate about. There does feel like there's a lot of wand and pentacle energy. Well, there's a little bit of sword there as well. But there's a real time for you to, you know, realise if you pull away, people will notice that and they will want you back. They will want to still have your energy there, whether this is to do with people in your life or your work. So yeah, the more you focus on this, like I'm going to do for me now, I'm going to focus and commit to my projects, to the things that make me happy. It will mean making some kind of sacrifice here in terms of what you're used to doing, but this is the redirection that you need, okay? Again, stop worrying so much about what people think or how they're feeling. Worry more about what it is that you think and feel. I saw this post earlier about Alice in Wonderland and the White Rabbit, and she asked him, "Do you love me?" And the White Rabbit said, "No, I don't love you." So she was like, oh, really hurt. And the White Rabbit went on to say, like, I'm not going to love you until you show me that you love yourself. Like, you were wounded there straight away, that you think there's something imperfect about you. But until you actually love yourself, how can you expect anybody else to truly, really love you? And I think that kind of says it all. And when we were just talking about that, the Empress came out. So you sit back in your glory and your beautifulness and let this come to you. If this resonates with you, drop in a DM for a personalised reading. Have a blessed day.